Hey guys, I told you I'd be back. So this is kind of interesting. Um, this is from yesterday though. Today's the 16th, but this is from yesterday. So it looks like there's a Michigan woman under investigation. She's accused of harassing anti-mask nurses on Twitter. And so at first I was thinking it was the other way around. I had to go through and like read the complete post from Twitter. Because the nurse in question is Casey Helton. The Livingston County Sheriff Department has filed a criminal complaint against me related to the Twitter post I made this week about the nurses who publicly spread health misinformation. And this was on the 13th. She posted this on Twitter. So you can click the link. So I click the link and it brings me back here. And so you have to scroll down. So I guess she's being charged because this Moms for Liberty is an anti-masker, and she just like went on a rampage on Twitter. St. Joe's, Livingston County, St. Joe's Health. I thought you might want to know your clinical documentation specialist nurse, blah, 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 thinks Facebook memes are a legitimate source of medical documentation. Here's a good look at her to make sure she's yours. Another talented mind, I'm sure, fallen victim to the at Moms for Liberty GOP, AstroTurf con job, sad. And she, screenshots her whatever thing, profile. This goes way beyond sharing a Facebook meme or TikTok videos because she'll appear to be before the Brighton BOE in her capacity of a nurse to spread an easily debunkable misinformation. Her testimony bolstered the opinions of anti-science trustees, and as a result, the board voted down a mask mandate for Brighton schools 4-3. She helped further the people's lives at risk. This is the midst of a 5-alarm fire in our community at St. Joe's Livingston, which it's clear you're already aware of. Posting a news article, referencing a news article. This is your chance to clean house, and I hope you do so. COVID surge pushes St. Joe's to edge. As last Thursday, the hospital was at 100%. Remember what I said about 100% capacity? They're firing people left and right. People are being laid off. People are walking off the job because of the specific mandate to dancing the hokey pokey. So if you have 100 beds, half of your staff leaves. You are no longer able to occupy 100% at 100 beds. So your 100% occupancy and your bed limit would be 50 because you have half the staff. You have to have half the beds. You don't have enough staff to supervise and to control 100 beds in a hospital. So this capacity is no longer 100 beds. It's 50 beds. It's not at maximum capacity. It's maximum capacity for the staff they have available. These people need to stop the fear fucking mongering because it's absolutely ridiculous. You can go follow Garrett Soldano, and I'm sure he's posted in many of his videos that there's a website you can go to see what the bed capacity is for hospitals across Michigan. I know this. I worked at 2 major hospitals, U of M and Henry Ford. And this website, which is it's a public website, lists every public hospital in Michigan. So anywho, I will be submitting a complaint to at Michigan Lara about this dangerous nurse, like I did with Holly Austin. To any other nurses who did do this in my community, just know I watch and record these meetings, and I'll report you too. It is worth possibly losing your license. Wow. I'll keep you posted, Twitter. If any of you are aware of more regulatory bodies I can report these nurses for information, please share. Wow. Wow. And it's called Anna Nursing World. Thank you for taking this seriously. Wow. So she's like, wow. So, okay, so here we go. Let's go back to MLive. So MLive reports that a Michigan Sheriff Department that previously said it would not enforce statewide mask laws is attempting to enforce a seldom used law against a woman who has called out anti-mask nurses online. Well, she's going after their credibility, their sustainability, their jobs, their livelihood, their license. You get your license, your nursing license snatched, it's a big fucking deal. So hey, they better take it seriously. Sorry. Casey Helton of Howell in Livingston County is facing possible criminal charges after writing her series of twatter messages criticizing nurses who've taken stances against the use of masks in the fight against the hokey pokey virus. The Livingston County Sheriff Department has filed a criminal complaint against me related to the Twitter post I made this week about the nurse who publicly spread health information, quote unquote, Helton said in a message posted on her Twitter account Monday night. Livingston County Sheriff Mike Murphy confirmed an investigation into the conduct of Casey Helton, a Livingston County resident, which began Monday, December 13th, and a warrant review request has been submitted to the Livingston County Prosecutor's Office. Murphy said the investigation began Monday when a citizen from the county came forward as they felt harassed, bullied, and intimidated. In a December 9 tweet, Helton specifically identified an anti-mask resident who gave public comment during a September 13th virtual Livingston County Board of Commissioners meeting, at which the board was discussing whether to accept the $1.5 million in federal bug money offered through the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. The woman who identified herself as a professor of nursing at a local, quote unquote, local community college urged the commissioners to reject the offer, which it ultimately did. As a healthcare professional, quote unquote, as a healthcare professional, I do not know that the face diapers you are wearing do not work, the woman said. Your cloth mask does not work. Your Costco mask doesn't work. None of them work, because if they did, I would not be walking into the hospital rooms at the hospital with a surgical mask, an N95 mask, a face shield, and full PPE from head to toe. Helton also posted links of the professor and another woman who identified herself as a nurse sharing similar opinions on December 7th at a virtual Brighton Area Schools Board of Education meeting. On December 10th post, Helton said she filed complaints against the professor with Schoolcraft College and the State Departments of Licensing and Regulation Affairs. That's the Department of Lara. She has made a recent gig out of traveling to places where important local policy is being made about dancing the hokey pokey and spreading the face diaper misinformation while touting her RN cred, the post said, unquote. MLive chose not to use the professor's name since she could not be reached for comment. An unidentified person filed a complaint with the sheriff's office, Helton said. Helton said a sheriff's deputy notified her she was under investigation for a violation of a statute that outlaws internet conduct. Whoa, let me just click on that. It's a Michigan legislature. A Michigan Penal Code Act 328 of 1931. Posting message through electronic mediums prohibits penalty exceptions and definitions. A person shall not post a message through the use of any medium of communication, including the internet, or computer, without the victim's consent, if at all the following apply. The person knows or has a reason to know that the posting message could cause two or more separate non-continuous acts of unconsented contact with the victim, which is true. She's giving out their personal information, which it's one thing for them to give out, but not for her. Posting the messages intended to cause conduct that would make the victim feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, threatened, harassed, and molested. Yeah, that would be it. There, yep. B is definitely one. Conduct arising from posting the message would cause a reasonable person to suffer emotional distress and to feel terrorized, frightened. Yep, that C would also. Conduct arising from posting the message would cause the victim to suffer emotional distress and to feel terrorized, frightened. And D, a person who violates the subject is guilty of crimes as follows. Exception of violation. Whoa! Yeah, she's guilty. I'm sorry, Casey, you are guilty as they are investigating you. Intended to cause conduct that would make the victim violation of the laws of felony. At no point have I attempted to contact or encourage others to. Yes, you did, you a-hole. Read your whole freaking post. To contact any of the parties involved, Helen wrote on Twitter, I have not approached any of these folks when in a public setting. I have not shared any private information that was not included in their already public posts. Frankly, I am shocked that the living. Well, yeah, but what you shared, and by you sharing it and you attacking their stance, you're bringing more attention than needed. And you're stating that you are going to go after anyone else who opposes your opinion. Anyone else like her who opposes your opinion and goes out and states, like she does, her knowledge of that specific subject and topic pertaining to her nursing, you're going to, if their opinion and their knowledge doesn't agree with what you think in your head, you're going to report them to Lara. You're going to request that their nursing license be revoked. I think you are a schizophrenic, one. I think you are a sociopath, and I think you need severe and serious behavioral help. Um, I'm pretty sure that another country would play a role in this naked attempt to undermine my free speech rights guaranteed by the flag of the United States that everybody wants to shit upon. You know what? It's funny. It's funny how all of a sudden when they're getting trampled, when the left, these idiots, these mask holes, they're mask holes. They're idiots. Don't want to follow the science, motherfuckers. Excuse me, God forgive me. I'm sorry, this is not for children. Want are being shot down because we follow the letter of the law, and that's a law, and it states in there specifically what she did was wrong. Oh, but under the flag and under my oh, now we have constitutional rights when your when your constitutional rights are being trampled. Only then do we respect the frickin' flag of the United States of America. Che devo piare una cosa buona. Che devo aprire rocce. Oh my gosh. And the silence dissenters of life-threatening public policy measures during this is not deadly. Where I live in a small town, and do you know how many people are still around? I live in Jackson County. Yeah, people die all the fucking time. But I don't see this mass death. See, now when we were under lockdown and we couldn't walk around and we weren't supposed to go anywhere and we couldn't videotape and we couldn't have feet on the ground to prove y'all fucking lie, and we had to believe the lies. Where are all these deaths? Where? I've heard of people, I've seen people dying, I've heard of people dying, but not in mass like they're saying. Oh my God, yesterday we had 5,000 deaths, and now the death toll is up to, for December, it's up to 25. You know, I'm pulling numbers out of my ass. These are not real numbers. This is just me, like a scenario. So we went from one number, we increased in one day another 1,500. Where the fuck are these people at? Because they're nowhere near my county. Ugh. MLive left messages with the Livingston County Prosecutor's Office requesting comment but received no response. Helton declined to comment when contacted by MLive and referred any inquiries to her attorney. MLive was unable to reach the attorney for comment. My newly retained counsel told me I could tell you all Merry Christmas, and that's about it, Helton said in a recent Twitter post. So merry whatever you celebrate, twatter. Okay. So I find this amusing because Brighton is about as liberal as Ann Arbor. They are nothing but a bunch of latte drinking, woke, not awake, woke. Oh my God, did I offend you? Oh, that's not politically correct. Brighton is full of them. Brighton expanded so bad. They went through this big like population, and people just started buying property out there. And Brighton is huge. And if you see all of the $200,000 homes plus, these people are idiots. Brighton is not a red county. Brighton, I'm going to tell you right now, they're a bunch of fucking liberals. And they're a bunch of idiots, just like Washtenaw County. So I'm just telling you, they're full of these snowflakes. So I just kind of find it odd that they're sheriff. Well, hey, wait, maybe he's a constitutional sheriff. Livingston County Sheriff's Office. Maybe they are constitutional sheriffs. And good. I think it's about damn time that these mother effers get a little dose of their own medicine. You know, what is that? Oh, a little bit of sugar makes the medicine go down. Medicine go down. Medicine go down. I mean, seriously, like, oh, it's only okay for you to fuck with me, but the minute that they fuck with them, it's like, oh, woe is me. All of a sudden now Constitution and rights and all this other shit. So anyways, folks, that's it for me for right now. I just am wondering, Is it a constitutional sheriff that's bringing this woman to justice? All right, guys. That's it for right now. I'm looking through my channels. I'll be back up in a little bit. Love you. Have a great day. Remember, knowledge is power. Share the knowledge. Be kind to everybody. You don't know the cross each house is bearing. Find your tribe and don't let these idiots get to you. God bless.